What if I told you the end of the world was tomorrow? Would you sit back and cry, or would you do whatever you could to do everything you wanted to today? Hello, my name is Jupiter, and I've always thought of the end of the world as an interesting concept. Not just what you'd do if it would happen, but how it would happen. Maybe some meteor would come down and hit Earth, but even that's not the end, is it? To understand the end of the world, we need to understand how humans define the word world. To some people, the world could be just Earth and those they care about. To others, the end of the world might be the entire universe. And so what does that mean for each of us? Why are we so afraid of the end? And how exactly would it end? In 7th grade, I was given an assignment from my technology teacher, who told me to make a PowerPoint presentation on the 7 wonders of the world. I told him, okay, but can I count the universe as the world? He accepted my idea, and I ended up spending the entire presentation ranting about space. I made this animation for it too, which was probably one of my best at the time. When you look up the definition of the world, you can find many different meanings, ranging from the earthly state of human existence to the entire universe and beyond. So the idea of a world is vague, so maybe we could discuss the possibilities of either. If the world is ending, and using the definition of the world being humans, then is it not just a species going extinct? Let's say all of the humans died of some ridiculous disease, or something else, but everything else on Earth survives. In this case, we have 3 sections that we can consider. The warning that it would end, the end, and what happens after the end. A new disease breaks out across your country. Quarantines are set up, and travel is closed down. They do everything they can to stop the disease from spreading, but eventually there's a case in a country nearby. The cases are multiplying now, and more people have it. How long before it reaches you? It's not long before this thing is worldwide, and although people are rushing to create a vaccine or even a cure, nothing works in time, and it's not long before the people who were working on it die also. The end of the world is lonely. You're the last of humanity with a disease, and you will soon die also. The Earth will live on in your absence, but still, remnants of humanity will remain. Artifacts and bones will be found as animals evolve and create their own civilization. Memories of what humanity was will remain. The world ends in this sense. But what if we considered Earth as the world? You're watching a science news channel, and hear that after much effort to divert this asteroid that is over 100 miles long, ultimately, they have failed. You know in a matter of days everything will be gone, but at least everybody will go out together. Nothing will remain of us, and Earth itself will be shattered and die. The only place that might retain our presence would be the moon, with what little we've put on it. If the entire universe ended in a day, there would be nothing left of us, or Earth, or aliens, or anyone here for that matter. In every other end, there is a chance of something being left behind, but in this circumstance, there would be nothing. There probably wouldn't even be a warning, at least, not for humans. After all, how would we tell that the universe was ending? Would things start to get closer together instead of further apart? And how would we figure that out? We have no idea how it would end. There are many theoretical situations that I could go through to simulate the end of the world. I could tell you about nuclear war, or alien invasions, or even dolphins taking over the world if we'd want to go there. But either way, many of us would consider the end of the world as a topic that we'd rather not think about. What would you do if I told you that the end of the world was tomorrow? Tell me in the comments, and also tell me what you think the end of the world would be like. Would it be humans, the entire planet, the universe, or something else entirely? Thanks for watching. Goodbye.